Hello, and welcome to the stream oven today. We made some coffee. We're actually on our second cup right now. You know what's missing? A little bit of background music. Today's gonna be a little different. We're gonna get a little jazzy with it. Let's get into today's review, shall we? So today we are reviewing the TotallyRadRichard, my bearded man, amazing guy. So before we get into that, I just want to say hi. It's been a pretty crazy week for me. Most of it's been putting together baby furniture in preparation for our little baby boy Alistair coming in June. Super excited for that. Little update, so the StreamOven blog and podcast will most likely start dropping on Sundays now. I think that's better for me. So before we get into the review, go ahead and check him out. Link in the description. TotallyRadRichard on Twitter and Twitch. You can give him a look yourself before you listen to what I have to say about him. So, the first thing I have to say is I really think I've hit the jackpot recently with reviewing these channels. The art has been actually pretty good with everyone I've reviewed so far. I encourage you all to definitely check out his avatar. It is beautiful. The stars in the background, the beard, everything I'm looking for in a streamer at first glance. It's not some Fortnite character or some guy or gal overposing for Tinder. I look at this guy and immediately think, you know what? Yeah, I want to check him out. So that's definitely a good start to a review, I think. So I went to his channel and everything's pretty organized. Got some background information on him. He's a web and software developer. I can see what music he likes and I know the rules of the chat. He doesn't have a schedule, which I understand because we're all mostly adults here, and I'm a little lax when it comes to streamers having a schedule. I know life happens. Only thing I will say about it, though, is that a consistent schedule does help a little bit with growth, because then people aren't wondering when you're going to be live. But let's get into what makes RadRichard a little bit different than the other guy, huh? So sadly, I wasn't able to really catch him live. However, I really did enjoy watching his VODs. Simply put, I kind of really like it. It seems that every week I'm finding different things I like about these streamers. So before I continue, thank you all for letting me have this opportunity. Throwing yourself out there. It's pretty fun for me. But one of the first things I noticed was his personality's there. It really didn't take long at all. His personality was there from the get-go. My bearded man's back there dancing in his living room. It felt fun. The viewers were chatting. I felt like it was an entertainment lounge, I guess you could say. I really enjoyed the vibe so much that I didn't even feel like I was watching a video when I watched it. It was honestly just as fun to watch the video than the live stream probably was, which is kind of hard to do with the video. Most of them are pretty boring, so that was very beneficial on his end. But I think this is kind of a weird coincidence. I don't know if y'all know, but I reviewed Viking Gaming last week, and these two streamers both have beards. So according to StreamOven so far, that's 2 for 2 bearded streamers appearing to be good streamers. Sorry, Gillette. So let's talk about my favorite little weird thing I liked about this guy's stream. The vibe I experienced is, it's pretty unique. It's the only one I've gotten reviewing any stream to this date that I've gotten this vibe from. So the place was kind of just a lounge to socialize with chat and just watch Richard do Richard things. That's what it looked like. This is kind of the first channel I've reviewed with this sort of vibe. It struck me as an entertainer doing funny things for the viewers, while the engagement came with talking to the other viewers in the chat rather than the content creator. Some people could take that the wrong way, but I quite enjoyed that environment. It felt cozy. I could definitely picture myself watching this guy for a few hours, hopping in and out, doing some housework, and everything's still okay. I loved it. Lastly, one of the cooler things about him is he's a web developer, and I had no idea that he streamed himself coding as well. I thought that was super fascinating. He's actually the first streamer I've reviewed that also streamed in the science category. I didn't even know that was a thing till I reviewed him. So the cool thing is, when he's not dancing, he's pretty much coding. There's a science part to his channel. I think this is truly fascinating. Many streamers, they stick to one kind of personality. This is the first guy I've seen that can kind of pull these two separate themes out pretty impressively. He really does offer two separate things. It doesn't have any affiliation. His only two games I saw were Dance Off Bro and The Coding. So let's get into the interview real quick. I asked him why he streams, and he responded that he likes to meet new people, but not in the traditional social environments, bars, parties. He likes sharing his experience with others. There's nothing better than a good time with good people. I agree, Richard. Well said. And I try to throw him in a loop. My second question these past couple weeks, I've kind of been asking more of the philosophical questions, kind of because I'm just curious how other people think. I asked him, do you think good can exist without evil? And he responded that human nature holds the capacity for both, with many factors contributing to a personality on either side. I think it's good to take a long time for this deep-seated nature to evolve or be controlled. I doubt we are there quite yet. Also, good and evil are subjective terms. What I hold to be objectively good, you might hold to be objectively evil. Sure, we have overlaps and it can be argued. We have universal standards. But there will always be debates about various actions being good or evil. From this angle, neither can exist without the other to compare to. So that's more so what I was trying to ask. Yin-yang, per se. And this dude didn't really say much when I asked him about what his goals are, but I still dig him. I asked him what his goals were, and he said, honestly, I want to build a community. So that's one thing I found with almost every streamer I've asked. Everyone wants to build their own community. And then he said, I want to bring people together so we can all have a good time, to remove people from their problems for a little while. I'm not out to change the world. He's basically saying he's not out there to be a hero, but he just basically wants to give people a place to take a little break and relax and enjoy some fun. And honestly, his goal matched exactly the vibe I got when I watched the stream, so it's very good that his goal is actually being met. A lot of streamers have goals that they haven't met yet, but he's pretty on topic. I like it. So in conclusion, don't take this the wrong way, but I was a little bit pleasantly surprised this week. I come into these reviews with an open mind and try to be as non-biased as possible. I expect there to be flaws because the majority of my reviews are on small streamers. I don't really go into these negatively, but let's just say I have realistic expectations when I start these reviews. And really, I had no idea Richard would leave me feeling this good. He gets an A in my books, but what does he get on StreamOven? That's what y'all been waiting for. So now for his StreamOven score, his SOS, I consider three things when giving a streamer this: channel appearance, originality, and overall attitude and vibe in the stream. The max score is a 10. TotalRadRichard StreamOven score, he scored a whopping 8.5. It's a really good score for the blog. So this concludes the review. Now let's talk a little bit of gaming and streaming news. So the topic this week is an exciting new website that I was introduced to. Before that though, real quick, I want to let y'all know that affiliates on Twitch will now be receiving payments 15 days after making $100 rather than 45. This is pretty cool. 45 days definitely was a little much in my opinion. But 15 days, that's a little more realistic. I used to sell stuff on eBay, and that's about how long it took for PayPal to get me my money. So I'm glad Twitch is kind of catching up with the times of websites giving people money. So anyways, back on topic, I got a message on Twitter this week from a organization or website owner named StreamCrux. I was a little suspicious at first, but once I read into it, they showed me something amazing and even made me an account on their website. So the following is how the creator described it. Our platform helps viewers discover you based on a handful of criteria, including community size, playstyle, and more. There's even a rank tagging system where your fans can vote on which tags they think suit you best: funny, educational, high energy, etc. All streamers have their page on StreamCrux, and we made one just for you. I was super flattered. They made me my own little streaming thing, so I was super happy about that. But yeah, I like it. It's I think honestly the website looks pretty clean. I see some potential in it. Go show them some love on Twitter. If you make a StreamCrux account, make sure to drop me a friendly thumb up. Link in the description. I really think what they did was honestly pretty fascinating. Let's see where it goes. So the meme this week is the famous guy with the bowl cut with glasses and a yellow shirt sitting in an office chair at school, one of the famous vines. I'm going to say it. I don't care about who you're exposing. Oh! The topic of the week, I can't believe this person bots. Look at them. Stop doing this. Blah, 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 blah. My thoughts. So listen. Listen, listen, listen. I think Twitter is a great place to express our opinions. Don't misunderstand my sarcasm. I think some people need to get exposed, especially the scammers. There's quite a bit of scammers out there, especially on Twitter, trying to prey on the new streamers that really just want to get their channel going. However, though, I feel like we can stop playing detective and focus on ourselves. It's pretty easy to get caught up in drama in the world of streaming and put all your energy towards the negativity of someone else. But the harsh truth of the matter is that it really doesn't make a difference what you think about it. I'm just going to say it. People are going to forget about most of this stuff in a week's time, and people that bot just won't grow. So at the end, do what you want, but I think that energy focused towards everything everyone else is doing is kind of a waste. But pretty much just do you and use that energy for something else. I really think if you just channel that energy somewhere else, it's definitely more benefit. So that was just my 2 hints. Did I say 2 hints?
You did.
I said 2 hints. That's just my 2 cents. Thank you for stopping by the StreamOven today. The video is still going to say Batch 4 Viking Gaming. I'm sorry. But I just noticed it now. So just ignore the title. It's a podcast. You should only be listening to it anyways. So have a good one, guys. And I hope you enjoyed the jazz in the background as well.